Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Derica, and it's Mead Monday! Today we are trying Royal Manners of a Craic Show. Good Times Blackberry Mead.
Is it Craic or Craic?
Craic?
I don't
Craic.
know.
There's probably an R roll in there that I never do very good.
Craic is an old Irish word meaning good time. This premium blackberry mead is made in honor of my good friends who make up the high-energy Celtic-style band, The Craic Show. Craic. Somebody's going to say we're saying it wrong. I am very sorry. Craic. Sounds like Craic to me, kind of like Craig. Probably wrong. Anyway, always a good time, so enjoy, have a good time in moderation. Have a good time in moderation? No, you can have as much of a good time as you want. You can drink in moderation. Anyway, this one we got at the Sarasota Medieval Festival.
Yes.
It's kind of like a Ren Fair. It's
Yes.
the same idea. And he was right at the end as we were leaving, and he had this big booth, and there was like 20 different kinds of mead, and we were like, ha, we got to try some mead.
So, a quick story, and I know you talk too much. Well, duh, that's
This
what
is a
this
talking
is
show.
about. But they were serving mead at the different food eating areas throughout
Mead.
the festival. And when we decided we were going to uncork, yay! When we decided that we were going to partake in the mead, we asked the lovely lady if she had mead, and she said, yes, we have honey mead, sparkling mead, and dry honey mead. Were those the options?
Something like that.
And we just all looked at her like,
I literally did the... And then I realized there is no point in having a battle of wits over mead with an unarmed person.
so yeah. We tried the mead and it was not very good. So we were a little disappointed. And
It was actually mead. I think it was like... It's probably like Chaucer's or something like that.
yeah,
I mean, you know.
yeah.
Okay, if you've never had mead and you don't know what it's like and that's the only thing you can get, go ahead and give it a shot. But it's kind of a far cry from a good mead, okay?
But then this meader actually had his own booth separate from the show's food vendors, and we decided to try his stuff, and we were pleasantly surprised. He was doing a superior product compared to the mead they were selling at the food vendors.
Mm-hmm. He's also in Interlaken, Florida, which I'm not sure exactly where that is, but it's not real far from here. It's like a couple hours.
That way.
Yeah. That way. That's helpful, because they know exactly what direction we're facing during the video. But he's been in business for a few years. I don't know exactly how many. His website wasn't real descriptive on that aspect of the business, so we don't have a lot of information on them. However, I will put a link to their website because he does allow you to order online. I don't believe this is supposed to be sparkling, so I'm hoping it doesn't just explode on me. Hey, look at that. All right, so that's good enough for a sampling. All right, so it's poured, and let's take a look here.
Beautiful color.
Oh, it's got an awesome color. Looks a lot like some of the ones that we've made.
It looks like a nice red
Nice
wine.
and deep. It's pretty clear. Like there's no sediments or anything floating in it. Ooh, wow. Very, very, very berry on the smell. Makes you think sweet. I don't remember though. We had like a little teeny tiny sip, you know, and then I bought a bottle of it. The smell is amazing. It's really incredible. You can smell the honey. It's like this rich honey berry thing going on. Little touch of almost a cinnamon to me. Not a lot, just a tiny little bit of like a spice of some kind.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give it a taste. Honestly, it tastes like a red wine. A little bit more berry than a typical red wine, but really good. I know, really good. Great descriptor, right? It's not very tannic. It doesn't have a ton of mouthfeel. On the entrance, you definitely get sweet fruit, dark fruit. Like I get obviously blackberry, but I'm getting a plum note. I'm getting what else? Almost raisiny kind of things on the entrance. And then it comes through as sweetness. You get the fruit sweetness on the end. It's got just that touch of tannins to give a little bit of mouthfeel. The finish isn't super, super long, but meads don't always have a super long finish.
I do get that kind of honey texture coating, though, very slight, but I do get that residual for me.
There's no unfavorable characteristics here. Let's just say that right outright.
Now, we've mentioned in other videos when we do an alcohol tasting that lots of times your brain is trying to pair what you're sensing with memories. And for me, one of my favorite breakfasts is we make our own yogurt and then we put frozen berries on it and honey. And so when I drink this, I automatically think of my yummy honey yogurt berry combo, even though there's obviously no yogurt notes in there. But I definitely get the berry and the honey, and that's really nice because that's what it is.
Something interesting about making mead and wine and any beverage really, or any food, is balance. And when I say something's balanced, it means the sweetness level, the tannic level, mouthfeel, stuff like that. But there's another thing that this one has where it's missing some of the tannins. I'm not saying missing. They're just not as strong. It's not as tannic as some things that we make. But what it does have is a little bit of acidity.
Yes.
That adds a brightness to it to break away from the sweetness. It's very sweet, but it's not like that sickly, sticking sweet. It's not at all.
There's some meads that are just so forward on the honey that it's kind of like, I can't drink a lot of this. This, I could drink a lot of this.
Oh yeah, this would be dangerous. He does not put an alcohol statement on the mead itself, but if I had to guess, I'm going to say, based on my conversation with him, somewhere between 10 and 12. He doesn't go very high, sadly, and this isn't dissing him. He is a commercial meadery, so he does have to have some amount of consistency. He does use sulfites and sorbates and things like that to help stabilize and make it shelf stable for consistency's sake. We talked about it. He knows and understood, and it was a conscious decision that he had to make because of being a commercial meadery. And I would say 99.9% of all commercial meaderies do. Us homebrewers, we get to not do that stuff. That's the difference, okay? But like I said, the complexity in this comes from the acidity level and the sweetness playing off each other.
Yeah.
With that blackberry in there. Blackberries can be a little tart sometimes, kind of like a blueberry or a raspberry can have that little bit of a tartness.
Yep.
And I think the extra acidity, which could have come from the blackberries themselves, it could have been a little bit of an addition of a lemon somewhere in there. It adds just that little bit of bite back to it, so it's not sickly sweet. It's not overly sweet. The takeaway from it is this is a nice, sweet mead without being a dessert mead. It's definitely not dessert. I wouldn't call it a dessert level mead at all.
It doesn't have that syrupy aspect that lots of the dessert beverages have.
Now, something interesting. We're going to be going to the Ren Fair in 4 days in Tampa. We're kind of hoping he's going to be there. And if he is, we're going to get some more bottles of different stuff and talk to him. And who knows, maybe we can get him on the show.
Lots of the meads that we're going to share with you probably aren't available in your area. But as we said, if you go to his website, he does ship. So I don't know what the regulations are for him for shipping internationally, but I'm thinking within the U.S. he can probably get you.
I don't know. I just saw shop online.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it very, very deeply. However, I would like to say that this is a keeper, and we might get another bottle of this if we see him, just because it's that kind of good. This is, if you like sweeter red wines,
with fruity notes.
With fruity notes. This, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
This would be wonderful with food, anything like a nice steak, anything with a tomato sauce, stuff like that. Richer, heavier foods. It'll cut that because of the acidity. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.